So we moved, it will be served later. So for this Srinivasulu, CEO SEEDAP, to come on stage, he'll be the moderator for this session. The name of the session is Skill Development Efforts by Government in Collaboration Industry. So Shri M.K.V. Srinivasulu, he is the CEO of SEEDAP. He is the moderator for this session and all other speakers are here. CEO of MSME Government of AP. Over to you, sir.
Today I address you with great enthusiasm as we delve into the two twin pillars of progress, that is skill development and industry development in the vibrant state of AP. As we stand at the crossroads of opportunity, it is imperative to recognize the symbiotic relationship between honing skills and fostering industrial growth. Andhra Pradesh, with its rich cultural heritage and a legacy of resilience, is now poised for a transformative journey. And skill development lies at the heart of this transformation, unlocking the latent potential of our people. By investing in education, vocational training, and specialized skill programs, we empower our youth to not only embrace the challenges of the future, but also to become architects of change. The success of skill development programs is intricately tied to industrial development. A skilled workforce is the backbone of a thriving industrial sector. In Andhra Pradesh, we are witnessing a concerted effort to align the skills imparted with the needs of our industries. The strategic collaboration ensures that our workforce is not just job ready, but possesses the expertise required to drive innovation and competitiveness. As we embark on this journey, it is heartening to witness the synergy between educational institutions, government initiatives, and the private sector. Internship, apprenticeships, and collaborative ventures are becoming the norm, facilitating a seamless transition from classrooms to boardrooms. This integration is crucial for reducing the unemployment, promoting the entrepreneurship, and contributing to overall economic prosperity of the state. Let us collectively embrace this journey, ensuring that every person in the state of Andhra Pradesh can contribute meaningfully in terms of skills to a state's growth trajectory. And with this, I'll hand over the baton to Mr. Srinivasulu, SEEDAP. So over to you for being the moderator. Thank you.
Education Initiatives, National Skill Development Corporation, and Dr. Ajay Mohan Goel, Joint Director, Haryana Skill Development Mission, and D. Vinod, Enterprise Director, Universities Coursera. Today, our panel discussion will be skill development efforts by state governments in collaboration with the industries. This is our panel discussion. Now, I welcome once again all the participants here to attend this skill conclave at Vizag. Before going further, now I request all the panel speakers to give their attention for this panel discussion. Now I request Rathore ma'am to give some insights. Ma'am, being active in introducing novel concepts in skill development and livelihood domain, can you please elaborate on any specific public-private partnership that have significantly contributed to skill development in certain regions and sectors?
Very good afternoon, all of you. I'm Gandharva Rathore. I am the MD at the M.K.V in Himachal Pradesh. To give a brief background about the state, Himachal Pradesh is a small state with territorial challenges. Most of the state is in the hills. We have a population of around 75 lakh people. There are 12 districts, and each district has its own geographical as well as regional variations. So to skill people in a same set of skill would be very challenging. Therefore, the state has identified various trades for different districts in which the people can be trained. I'll not take much of the time on this question. I'll only highlight the main things that the government is doing. One of the key projects that the state is implementing is in association with the Asian Development Bank. It started in 2017 and it was supposed to go for years, but due to COVID, we lost some time, and therefore we are going in the extension phase up till 2024, this year end. Under this project, the state had a loan of around $18 million, whereby, according to the project framework, there has to be some civil structures that needed to be constructed, which would serve as training centers. Then there were also some component of different trades, upskilling in different trades under the project. So currently under this project, the best practice that the state could come up was a center of excellence with regard to tourism. Within this project, as everybody, most of the people are aware that Himachal Pradesh is a leading, it has most of the potential that the state has with regard to tourism sector. So the government has focused more on training its people on developing skills with regard to tourism. Most of the people in Himachal Pradesh are either engaged in tourism or in the services sector. Services being either they go in the army or in other government sectors. So under this project, all these civil constructions are complete, and many of the structures have been operationalized, whereby number of people who enrolled were around 50,000 for various courses under the project. Out of this, around 35,000 people actually received training, and around 15,000 have been successfully placed. Other than this, there are two innovative projects that are going on in the state. One is in association with the I.A.S department. That is with regard to cultivation of medicinal plants. Himachal Pradesh again is an agricultural state, but the problems are with regard to, because the plot sizes are small and also there are a lot of wild animals, so the sustainability of agriculture was really low. So as a pilot project, it has been started that in association with the I.A.S department and also rolling in certain private participants, we are training people to grow medicinal plants, after which they are further skilled to make value-added products. Like, for instance, we have identified for a certain district, we've identified a certain type of soap that they can manufacture with the help of the, for example, the tulsi plant that they grow. So now, as far as the market or employability is concerned, the best model that we have worked out is after making a certain product, to sell that product in the local market instead of going out and searching for market online or outside of the state. And this model as of now is successfully working. In fact, when we were looking for market outside of Himachal or selling through Amazon, it was falling flat because their marketing and packaging was again becoming an issue, because that's a different skill for which the females who were engaged active participants in this were facing a challenge. Another project that the state is doing with the private participants is with regard to geriatric care. We've engaged with Educare in a certain district to train females in geriatric and tertiary care. So we have a group of, initially we took around 100 women who were trained, highly trained in taking care of people in the old age, who would visit the house, who would do basic tests. They were also given a toolkit to conduct the tests and to have a long time association with the people for whom they were caring. Now the model was that the people for whom they were caring were supposed to pay. This was in addition to the ASHA model that the state government and the central government already run. So these are the two successful examples that we're seeing in the state. Still they are in the initial stages, and we hope to see better results in the coming year. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for being adopting two innovative projects that I introduction. Now, I would like to ask you, ma'am, regarding the Center of Excellence you have under the tourism and hospitality sector. What are the outcomes envisaged from that Center of Excellence, and how it is different from the conventional skill development sector?
Under the APP project itself, the concept of Center of Excellence was developed, which it's a comprehensive program for upskilling the students who are coming for developing skills in the tourism sector. Himachal Pradesh itself offers a lot of opportunity for anybody to be employed in the tourism sector. But the main challenge is the seasonality of the tourism in Himachal Pradesh, because for 6 months it's very cold, so the tourism business is practically closed, and people who are even employed have to be laid off for those number of months. So looking at that challenge, and especially to upskill them so that these people can be so that they can serve in other cities and as well as country outside. Under this Center of Excellence, a holistic structure has been developed, which has also integrated a 50,000 square meter of space for developing a hotel sort of a structure, whereby we have tied up with Lemon Tree to train students who are coming at the Center of Excellence, whereby they will get a real-time experience of how they should serve in a hotel. Other than that, there are 5 sectors on which training is being imparted, including food and beverage management, food and beverage production, hotel management, and other things. So the only difference in a conventional, how a conventional training center is and how this center is being developed is that a sort of a mini or a small hotel with 15 rooms has been developed specifically for training the students for 1 year. And there is also a concept of people who want to upskill their training, they can also come up for a year before and be trained at this sector, whereby they will also be receiving stipend and have a sort of a real-time experience here. And since we've already tied up with Lemon Tree, we have also been successfully able to place people in India and outside India under this project. And this project has also been one of the projects that we have started under the ADV phase 1. We're also looking forward to extend similar facilities under phase 2, where the focus is not on building infrastructure, but rather on upskilling the people, whereby we engage the industries, see what their demands are, and instead of industry investing themselves on training the people, the kind of people that they want, we would like to club with them so that they can train the students and the government can help in sponsoring those students in attending those training facilities, whereby those people shall be absorbed in the industry itself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Giving a very government partnership. People are giving reskilled and upskilled. Thank you very much. And now I ask a question to Mr. Dr. Ajay Mohan Goel, Joint Director, Haryana Development, Haryana Skill Development. Sir, being Haryana, one of the prominent states in the country, democratic advantage, how do you see the role of industries in the skill ecosystem? And what are the initiatives undertaken or proposed to be undertaken in your state government in collaboration with the industry?
सर, हरियाणा एक कृषि प्रधान देश है जिसमें 22 जिले हैं। काफी बड़ी खुशी होती है जब स्टार्टिंग में गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने NSQF को लेके काम स्टार्ट किया, तो हरियाणा पहली स्टेट थी जिसने NSQF अलाइंड कोर्सेज में सन 2012 में कोर्सेज 40 स्कूलों से हमने यात्रा स्टार्ट की। आज एजुकेशन में हम मोर देन 1200 स्कूल्स में काम कर रहे हैं। ऐसे ही हरियाणा ने SU स्किल यूनिवर्सिटी है, इंडिया की पहली स्किल यूनिवर्सिटी, वो हरियाणा ने ही बनाई थी। तो इसी तरीके से हरियाणा स्किल डेवलपमेंट मिशन की भी रचना 2015 में हुई। हम आज तक ट्रेनिंग प्राइवेट ट्रेनिंग पार्टनर्स के माध्यम से ट्रेनिंग करते आए हैं। जो आपने क्वेश्चन किया इंडस्ट्रीज को लेके, हमारी सरकार बड़े इसके बारे में जोर शोर से काम कर रही है। हमारी डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, इंडस्ट्री क्लस्टर्स, इंडस्ट्री एसोसिएशन के साथ हमारी गवर्नमेंट की मीटिंग्स हुई हैं। हमने सभी इंडस्ट्री क्लस्टर्स को इनवाइट किया है अपने साथ काम करने के लिए। आज की डेट में हमारे पास लगभग 15-20 ऐसी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं जिनके साथ हमारा MOU कुछ के साथ साइन हो चुका है, कुछ के साथ होने वाला है। जैसे हीरो है, सीपिट है, VLCC हेल्थ केयर है, कैम्ब्री है, ओम लॉजिस्टिक, मिंडा, ICIC फाउंडेशन, जापान इंडिया इंस्टीट्यूट्स, फिलिप्स, IDTR, सीमेंस, इन सभी इंडस्ट्रीज के साथ हमारा टाई अप हो चुका है। लगभग कईयों के साथ हमारा काम स्टार्ट हो चुका है, बाकी हम साथ होने वाला है। क्योंकि मेनली सारी जो हम वर्क फोर्स तैयार कर रहे हैं फाइनली इंडस्ट्री में ही जानी है, तो हमने इनके साथ यही किया कि जो भी हम इनको टारगेट्स देंगे, उन टारगेट्स में से ये मोर देन 70% हमें प्लेसमेंट की गारंटी देंगे। यदि किसी बच्चे की सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट में है तो उसको इंटरेस्ट फ्री लोन दें। ये श्योरिटी जब इन्होंने हमें दी तब हमने आगे साइन की अपना प्रोसेस स्टार्ट किया है और हमें होप है कि हम इसमें जरूर सक्सेस होंगे। और बाकी भी मैं जो हमारे पास अभी इंडस्ट्री पार्टनर्स आए हुए हैं, कोई भी इंडस्ट्री यदि हरियाणा के साथ मिलकर काम करना चाहती है तो हम उनका स्वागत करते हैं। हमारे पास आइए, हम आपको टारगेट्स देंगे, आप हमारे साथ हाथ मिलाइए मिलके।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
One of the best thing is that you are providing loans.
यस सर,
The
इंटरेस्ट फ्री लोन।
Right.
सर हम जो हमारी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, इंडस्ट्री पार्टनर्स हैं, यदि हमारे कोई टाई अप करना चाहते हैं, हमने उसके साथ 2-3 कंडीशंस रखी है सर। एक तो जो हमारे मिनिमम वेजेस हैं हरियाणा में, उससे मच हायर वो एम्प्लॉयमेंट देंगे, साथ में उसकी रिटेंशन मिनिमम 1 ईयर की रहेगी। कहीं ऐसा ना हो कि वो 3 महीने की रिटेंशन करें और उसके बाद वो वहां से निकलें। उसके बाद हम इंडस्ट्रीज को एक फैसिलिटी और दे रहे हैं। हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने महर्षि अंत्योदय विकास कश्यप केंद्र की स्थापना की है, जो अभी हम फर्स्ट फेज में इनिशियली हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर पे एक सेंटर सेटअप कर रहे हैं। उसके अंदर हम अपने इंडस्ट्री पार्टनर्स को स्पेस देंगे, वो आए हमारे पास, जगह हमारी होगी, हम उनको फैसिलिटीज प्रोवाइड करेंगे। वहां पे रिक्वायरमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग वो अपना सेटअप तैयार करें, बच्चों को ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करें और हमारे साथ काम।
Thank you, sir. Having very near to Delhi, and having so many industries. What is your mechanism? How you are established the industry connect?
सर हम रेगुलर इंडस्ट्री मीट्स करते हैं, इंडस्ट्री एसोसिएशन को बुलाते हैं, पार्टनर्स को बुलाते हैं। हमारे वर्दी एमडी डॉक्टर विवेक अग्रवाल जी, वो रेगुलर मीटिंग्स लेते रहते हैं। अभी हमने एक गुड़गांव में रिसेंटली लगभग 10 एक दिन पहले भी एक प्रोग्राम किया है, उससे पहले एक मीट हमने ऑनलाइन की थी। तो इस तरीके से हमारी मीट्स चलती रहती हैं। और यदि आपने हमारी वेबसाइट देखी, अभी भी हमने RFPs फ्लोट की थी, जिसके अंदर इंडस्ट्रीज को स्पेशल कॉल किया था, उनको कुछ स्पेशल छूट भी दी है। यदि हम एक ट्रेनिंग पार्टनर को अपने साथ इम्पैनल करते हैं और यदि एक इंडस्ट्री को करते हैं, दोनों की इम्पैनलमेंट की कंडीशंस में हमने इंडस्ट्रीज को कुछ ना कुछ लिवरेज दिए, तो ताकि वो हमारे साथ आए। कोई भी इंडस्ट्री कभी भी आ सकती है। हमने रोलिंग बेस RFP रखी है। अभी हमारी RFP 5 तारीख को क्लोज हुई है, जो अभी 5 Feb। तो अभी जिसने भी अप्लाई किया उनको एवेल्युएट करेंगे, उसके बाद जो और करना चाहे तो नेक्स्ट मंथ वो कर सकते हैं।
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your work. Now, I request Dr. Neeta Pradhan Das, Madam General Manager, Education Initiatives, National Skill Development Corporation. In your experience, ma'am, what are the reasons why industry is willing or not willing to participate in the skill ecosystem? You have a very diverse working experience.
Thank you very much. And I thank Suresh Kumar ji for this opportunity, the APAC and the Andhra Pradesh government, of course. I was speaking 2 weeks back at the Education Conclave, where they had a skill development session as well. And I think that is really the change that we want to see. And Andhra Pradesh is bringing it in. So to answer to your question, thank you very much, sir. So we were having this discussion as to, I feel like a veteran in the skill development space now. I've been here for around 18 years plus. And I see a lot of other I think similar veterans. There are new entrants, of course. But in my experience, personally, if I say, because I think we've really been to the grassroots when it came to even engaging with industry. The first thing, and industry is sitting here, they can hold me against it or say that what I've said is completely the truth, is I think we need to walk the talk. We make a policy. We expect people to read it. We expect people to follow it. But I've always been between the government and the private sector. I've always, even in my earlier experiences, I've worked between the private sector and the government. And I've always believed that a policy is like a product. You need to market that product, like industry does. You have advertising, marketing of all sorts of products. So I think we need to really go to the industry and make them understand what the policy holds for them. What is it that is the benefit that they see or they don't see? So just to give you an example, when we first started the skill development movement, if I may call it so, we had, even till 2018-19, the numbers for the apprenticeships were only 35,000. And we went from door to door to tell industry request industry to take apprentices. And they would just shut their doors and says, it does not work for us. The earlier apprenticeship policy that was there. So we had around 500 plus consultations over 3 years with industry to actually understand what was it in that policy that was not appealing to them. So, the result of that was that we had an amendment to the policy in 2014, which was absolutely industry friendly. And today's figures for apprenticeship, so the NAPS, the National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, came out of it. So as of today, the numbers are 7 lakh. So, for a country like India, I think 7 lakh is still a very minuscule number, but that's really the relationship building. So all this while, and I've said this before in a lot of forums, and I believe in it because I've worked in it, that we've considered industry as the last mile connect. Industry has never had skin in the game when it came to training, when it came to skill development. Mr. Raphael is here, and we've had this conversation many, many times over, that we need to engage industry when we design a course, when we design a program, when we think of something that we want to do for the industry. It's like when a product is made, if I look at it from the industry's point of view, I'm sure they have a customer in mind. So when we design a program, eventually the customer is going to be the industry. So why is it that, pardon me industry, I know we have a lot of industrialists here, pardon me for saying this, but we have always seen industry like a placement agent. They come when everything is over. And then there is a blame game that starts saying, industry says, I can't take these guys. While we on the training side, on the supply side say, industry never responds to us. So would we buy a substandard product? So why do we expect industry to take substandard people? So I think the whole experience has been, there has to be a relationship building, there has to be conversations, there has to be more engagements, and we need to understand each other. Industry, I think, is waiting actually to understand how we can engage them from the very beginning, because we've had this experience. They've been very, very responsive. I was having a conversation with
India. What is the industry's perspective on these developments?
Hi all. Thank you, sir. Thank you for that question. So if you look at last 5 to 10 years, we have been going through a rapid change, right? Automation is there, impact of globalization is there, and then we are now talking about AI. So if you ask me, there are 2 trends that I wanted to highlight. One is like AI, obviously. I would like to start with this data from University of Pennsylvania, where they say 49% of our jobs will actually move into AI or will have the influence of AI. So which means we are not going to lose jobs to AI, but it is going to play a role. So this is something, as an example, I take it when I first heard of AI here. So AI is like a new electricity that we all will start working. Why I mean as electricity is, not most of us will know how electricity works, right? But we will still end up using electricity. It'll be the same concept. Even though we will not understand initially how AI is going to work and then what is that impact, but we will end up using AI. So AI is going to have this impact, and then we see lot of job shifts is going to be on influence of AI here. And if you ask me how Coursera is able to adapt and then move on with the AI aspect is, Coursera is a platform where a learner can come and then do the learning. While the learning is happening, normally there used to be a feedback, right? That it's completely online and then we are not able to get a support. So now when Gen AI is coming in, we have created something called as an AI coach. So what this AI coach will do is, let's say while you're taking up a course and then you have a doubt onto a particular subject here, you go to Gen AI there as a coach and then you ask that coach, see, I'm not able to understand this concept. What is the difference between A and B? And then it gives you a response, and then this response will be within Coursera content. So which means it's more reliable. It is not going to the open internet and then giving you answers. So this is the first step that we took when we heard about Gen AI, and then our founder heard it in 2015, and then he was able to maximize the impact of it. The second is we are looking at AI translation here. As a start, what we have done is we have picked up 4,000 courses, which is more preferred in our country. And then now the translation in Hindi is available as a startup here. Slowly, we will move on to other languages also, so that any language learner from any part of the country will be able to understand and then do the learning part here. And the third I would like to quote is, since most of the campuses are here, now using Gen AI, you can actually go around, just ask, I need a course for leadership for 60 hours. Then what will happen is the Gen AI will go within Coursera content and give you multiple options. And then using that, you can create your own course in your campus. So for your students, that's more economical and viable here. So Gen AI is going to be one of the trend. And second is the industry micro-credentials. Like ma'am was mentioning, we have started doing it with the industries, ma'am. Let's say IBM, Google, Neeta, PwC, Tally, etc. We have got their courses in our platform. So these are like role-specific courses. And then let's say, for example, IBM Cybersecurity Analyst is a course. It's very specific to that profile. And the learning app...
We finished in 30 minutes. We're running short of time. That was a panel on skill to Visakhapatnam, from the land of hills to the land of sea. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today. To Dr. Neeta, to Dr. Ajay Mohan Goel, Joint Director, Haryana Skill Development, and to Mr. D. Vinod, Enterprise Director, Universities. I request Mr. Karthikeya Anand, USD Economist, to come on stage and hand over a small. And we can have a group photo quickly. Do this because we're running short of time. So next panel has to be in 25 minutes, and after that one more panel has to be again.